welcome to another episode of African Spirituality and African Way of Living, or Natural Way of Living. A healthy and a long healthy life as that. When I talk about African spirituality and African way of living a long healthy life, I want it to cut across. It is not only about spiritual practice, but I'm also talking about a culture, how your eating habit, your spiritual practice, and it has to cut across even your thinking. How do you see your environment? It's important as one of your daily routine. How do you see your environment and how do you treat it? How do you think towards everything around you? And how do you eat? Should be is paramount to your health, to a healthy and deliberate life. That is why some of us today, we have decided to take the pain and observe and learn, read, ask questions, so that we can come out with something that can help humanity as a whole. Today, it is clear and obvious that the world is moving at a very fast pace. We are eating, we want everything to be fast. We want fast food, we want fast medicine, we want fast love, we want fast that, fast that, fast that. But at the end of the day, it is not really helping. You see a young man who is putting on a weight of, let's say, 150 kg, but he is not a healthy person. You are working with him and he will be breathing as if the world is coming to an end. It's as a result of concentration of too much fat in the body. There is too much solid fat within the body. I spoke with one pathologist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital some time ago, and he said, "Do I know what is really killing us?" I said, "No." Then he said, anytime they cut people open, there is too much saturated fat within the body, to the extent that the heart cannot even get the space to breathe proper, so that it can pump the blood and the oxygen that the brain needs. And anytime you deprive the heart from pumping blood to the brain, you are calling for stroke. Anytime you deprive the heart from pumping oxygen or getting the required amount of oxygen to the heart, because the blood is being circulated in the system by oxygen. There is air within the blood which helps it to circulate over the body. But because of the saturated and the solid substances within the bloodstream, the blood is not able to have its normal flotation, thereby resulting in stroke and heart attacks. And what is causing all this? And I asked, and the doctor answered, it is as a result of too much salt intake and the kind of oil we are using of late. We have become civilized and we want to eat civilized foods, and at the end of the day, we are falling sick civilizedly. But we don't get ill whenever we fall sick. It becomes very expensive for some people even to get medication. People have to travel abroad to get medication, and it is not healthy. People have to undergo kidney transplant and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not healthy. How many people can afford kidney transplant? So I'm here to prompt you so that you can adopt a healthy lifestyle which will prevent you from getting to that stage. Let's assume the oil on our shelf today. Ask yourself, how many people do we have in the world? We have 7 billion people. And every day we are using oil in our various houses today. But don't forget, anytime you fall sick, the doctor tells you not to take oil again. They stop you from taking those cooking and vegetable oils. Why is it that you cannot stop taking it before your health and your situation get worse? That is what I'm asking you as a person, and the answer will answer it for yourself, because the only healthy oils that I know I can prescribe for you on this video without putting your health at risk is the coconut oil. The coconut oil, as you can see the coconut tree here, the oil from the coconut tree or the coconut fruit, and the palm tree, the oil coming from the palm tree. We have the red oil and the palm kernel oil. These are natural oils that they don't saturate, or they don't turn solid and metabolisms within the bloodstream. God is so intelligent in such a way that he has made it clear that when it gets to the time like this, let's say Africa is enjoying, or we in the Western Hemisphere or the Sub-Saharan Africa at this moment, we are enjoying a cold weather at this moment. So God has made it in such a way that palm nut will be scarce at this material time, so that you don't take too much of it and implicate your health or put your health at risk. So today you can clearly see that palm nut is very scarce on the market. It is now that it is bearing fruit, and it will only start ripening in quantity when the weather is hot, so that whenever you eat it, even in large quantities, it doesn't get saturated and become solid metabolisms within the bloodstream, thereby preventing the blood from flowing freely to the heart and to the mind. So this is how God has arranged nature. God has arranged nature in such a way that he has to give you what to eat, so that the natural surrounding can also help you to deal with it. Today we are living in an air-conditioned office. We live in the air-conditioned car. You go home, you sleep in an air-conditioned room. Me, I eat without the air condition, I cannot sleep. But we have to adopt certain natural way of living in such a way that we don't put our life at total risk. No, there is a way out. You have to choose the food you eat wisely. Why? Today you go to the supermarket. I'm only prompting you to the reason why we need to wake up. Today you go to the supermarkets and you see there is a particular shelf, or there is some particular territory within the supermarket. It is written the organic products. Whether it is medicine, it is food, it is anything that is put there, it is boldly written on it, organic product, and it is more expensive than whatever is at the other side. The big ones that are other products are not expensive as the organic product. That is what I'm telling you, that don't get to a situation where you cannot comprehend before you start adopting a healthy lifestyle. Today, religion is here with us, but to be frank with you, religion is getting obsolete. Yes, religion is getting old and archaic, because when you start asking questions and deliberating on it, you realize at a point in time it was useful, but at a point in time it is getting harmful. Religion we are here as a result of religion. So the moment you start thinking about changing your food, you must also thinking about re-examining the way you think about religion or the way you worship God or your spirituality. Once you adopt a high level spiritual or sophisticated lifestyle, the food that you eat will become a matter of concern to you. So, my brothers and sisters, I will not take you far. This is plantain, and this is plantain leaf. This is plantain leaf, a very natural product. I know I will entreat you. Even instead of today, the whole of Ghana, everybody put a processed food in rubber. The rubber that you are putting your food in, don't forget that it is made out of a petrochemical product. It's coming out of crude oil. It's a byproduct of crude oil, and it has undergone excessive heat to become the rubber. And you went to town to buy food, and the food that you are buying, the food is extremely hot, and they put the food in the rubber for you and tie it. Then there is going to be a chemical reaction between the food and the rubber. Then you get home, you open this food, then you drain or you get the food out of the rubber. Then you realize that the steel is stuck in the rubber, so you have to use your hand in squeezing or draining the oil and the steel out of the rubber entirely. By so doing, all the chemical reaction that has taken place, you are going to eat it into your stomach. You cannot see it with your eyes, but if they should put a microscope on it, you realize you are taking a little bit of petrol, a little bit of kerosene, a little bit of diesel, a little bit of bitumen. That is what you have eaten in a very little or small quantity. It will not manifest itself immediately, but with time it will start manifesting itself in different forms. Your health will start getting a lot of issues. But I'm telling you that God has created us in such a way that we are not supposed to fall sick. The system have one recycle point. Whenever your system gets there, you will have a temporal breakdown, and the system, once your immune system is in line with nature, it has a way of coming back on track. If you can really observe yourself carefully, you will realize that in every 366 days, you normally fall sick at a particular point in time. I'm not talking about somebody who falls sick twice, thrice, 4 times in a year. I'm talking about those who are a bit careful about themselves and particular about their health, and you realize that those who are extremely careful about their health, they only get a breakdown once in a year. That means you have gotten to one cycle within the year. And it is not a sickness that have to take you to the hospital. It can as well take you to the hospital, but it is not something that can break you down to the extent that you have to be admitted for a very long day or a lengthy period, and you have to be put on drugs. Maybe malaria or something can cripple you, and they will have to just inject you with a malaria anti-malaria or whatever. Then you become healthy again. Then you have to know you are on the right path. But any human being that falls sick twice, thrice, or 4 times in a year, then you have to know that when your immune system when you are getting older as a person, your immune system will also be getting weaker. So when you are as a youth, as a young man below 60, and you are visiting the hospital 3, 4, 5 times a year, Then when you become 50, 60 going, then you have to know that your visitation to the hospital will be multiplied. That is why we are here, or some of us are here, to be giving you simple home remedies. Just as you have finished cooking your banku, I will entreat you to get some of these leaves, put it, show it to the fire. It will become tender and soft. The banku that you do put in your rubbers. You do put in your rubbers. Put it here. I'm telling you, those who eat fanti kenke, or those who eat kenke that is wrapped in these very leaves, they are eating medicine. Honestly, they are eating medicine, because this leaf is very rich in a lot of minerals. When we are talking about health, I'm not talking about vitamins. I'm talking about minerals. Minerals can only be found in the soil, under the soil, inside the soil, and above. Whatever is below is above. So the sun can also, whatever minerals you can get here, the sun can also give it to you. That is why it is also advisable to expose yourself to the sun at least from morning to at least 8:30, 9 o'clock. The sun is still healthy. Don't be deceived that they say the ozone layer has been depleted, so the sun has become toxic. No, the sun is still as healthy as before. Try to be exposing yourself to the sun on daily basis, at least early in the morning, for just 30 to 1 hour. You are doing a lot of benefits. This is natural science. This is not science that has been learned in any school. This is a science that is practical. I'm putting you on a paradigm that will prevent you from endangering yourself, putting yourself on a lot of medication. Because anytime something goes wrong within the body, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time. People are even put on by forced retirement as a result of bad health. So when you have the opportunity to do something to help your system, my brothers and sisters, don't hesitate, because that is the only way you can redeem yourself from stroke, mental breakdown, dementia, and other stuffs. I'll end it here, but you will join me in the next episode. You can subscribe. Thank you.